San Francisco, California. The world-famous city by the bay is also home to the most inhospitable museum on the planet, Alcatraz. Once America's most notorious prison, this looming fortress sits on an island surrounded by icy, purportedly shark-infested waters. Today, the former jailhouse is a museum documenting the history of this infamous island. But of all the objects in the Alcatraz collections, one set of artifacts stands out from the rest. 4 makeshift dummy heads. Painstakingly crafted and topped with real human hair, they are strangely lifelike. And they are the centerpiece in a 50-year-old mystery. Did these masks help destroy the reputation of America's most formidable prison? And what became of the men who made them? Spring 1961. Alcatraz has been America's most secure prison for almost 30 years. Escape is believed to be impossible. But one man thinks he's found a way. Allen Clayton West is serving time on the Rock for stealing cars. 4 years into his stretch, he's landed a job as a prison janitor. One day, while making his rounds, West makes a discovery that will change the history of Alcatraz forever. West is sure the air shaft leads directly to the prison's roof. He shares his find with 3 hardened criminals, an armed robber named Frank Morris, and 2 notorious thieves, John and Clarence Anglin. Together, they hatch a plan to do the unthinkable: escape. But before they can reach the air shaft, they must find a way out of their 9 by 5 foot cells. Built from solid cement blocks, the cell walls are impenetrable, except for one tiny air vent near the floor. But getting out of the cell is just the beginning. Next, they must find a way to get off the island. Using a stockpile of prison-issue raincoats, they design a raft. The plotters hatch a plan to sneak out of their cells at night and construct the raft in a disused part of the prison. But there's a problem. There's no way they can leave their cells without their absence being noticed. The solution they come up with remains one of the most masterful acts of deception in history. In stolen moments between inspections, using scraps of newspaper, soap, and cement, the 4 plotters start to build fake heads, copying their own features in painstaking detail. At night, when they creep out of their cells to build the raft, they leave the dummy heads in their beds to mislead the guards. For months, the dummy heads keep the prison guards off the inmate scent, allowing the plotters to work on their plan. And on the night of June 11, 1962, the men make their break. They set out their dummy heads one last time. In the crawl space behind their cells, Frank Morris meets the Anglin brothers. But the plan's mastermind, Allen West, is a no-show. At 7:15 the next morning, an Alcatraz guard tries to wake what he thinks is a sleeping prisoner, only to make a shocking discovery. 3 convicts have done the impossible: escape. Soon a massive manhunt is underway. Allen West is interrogated and reveals the details of the plot. But there is one question he can never answer. Did the men survive? Days later, a paddle and 3 homemade life jackets are found floating in the 50-degree water of San Francisco Bay. The authorities conclude that the men must have drowned. But to this day, no one knows for sure. Alive or not, their daring exploit ruined Alcatraz's reputation as the toughest prison on the planet. 1 year later, the prison is closed for good. But today on Alcatraz Island, the faces of these 4 men remain, forever frozen in time.